the flame fill the night. When we touch, then we ignite. Let the flame fill the night. You and me light up the sky.
Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jess, and on this channel I do all different types of home, lifestyle, and mommy videos. So if you enjoy those types of videos, I would love to have you stick around. Just hit that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I post a new video. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you how I lost the baby weight. So I am currently 6 months postpartum as of today, and so I just wanted to share a little bit about how I was able to get back down to my pre-pregnancy size in a healthy and safe way. I did not start working towards this goal until I was 4 months postpartum. I took those first 3 months with my newborn and I just spent time with her and relaxed and just really took that time to heal, not only physically, but emotionally as well. And then once 4 months rolled around, I really started to feel just really good. I started to have more energy and I felt a little bit more back to myself. So I felt that I was ready at that point to start working out again. But honestly, I needed those first 3 months to just heal and spend time with my baby, and I just needed that time. So first and foremost, I want to say that this video is in no way, shape, or form intended to discourage you. It's actually to encourage you and motivate you. And I want you to know that you are absolutely beautiful. So please take the time that you need to rest and recover, because that is so, so important, not only for your physical health, but your mental health as well. I know that it can be a struggle those first few months after having a baby, just in all areas. And so it's so important to take care of yourself and just recover. And then when you feel ready, kind of jump in and tackle some of those goals. So the goal of this video really is to share my experience as to how I lost the baby weight. During my pregnancy, I gained 37 pounds and I have lost over 30 of those pounds. So I think I have 3 pounds to go. So those last few pounds are being a little bit stubborn for me, but I have lost the majority of the baby weight. So I wanted to share a little bit about how I did that. I honestly love my body more now than I did before I was pregnant. I have more curves and I love them. And when I look at my body in the mirror, I know that I created a human life, which is just amazing. It's such a miracle. I am so incredibly grateful to have had the experience of being pregnant and becoming a mom, especially after having a miscarriage. You know, I thought I would never have that experience. And so I'm so incredibly grateful. It's amazing what women's bodies can do. I mean, it's just incredible. If you have a baby on the way, or if you have recently had a baby, congratulations to you, first of all. Again, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, embrace those curves, mama. And really the overall goal of this video is just to encourage you to get back out there when you're ready and to become healthier and stronger and just to improve your overall wellness, because you will feel better and you will have more energy for both you and your family. So again, I'm going to share what my experience was. I'm going to talk about the foods that I've been eating. I will share a little bit about my exercise routine, and then I'm going to share a couple of key points that I have found to really help me to feel back to myself and to shed some of that baby weight. Something else that I will talk about a little bit in this video as well is my milk supply. If you have been following me on Instagram, you know that I have had a dip in my milk supply. And so I want to share a little bit about that in this video, because if you are a breastfeeding mama and you are trying to lose some of that baby weight, there are a couple of key things that have been brought to my attention just from my own experience that I want to talk about just briefly. And then I do plan on doing a separate video that dives deeper into breastfeeding and milk supply and all of those things, but I will briefly touch on that in this video because they do really go hand in hand. I also want to say thank you to 310 Nutrition for sponsoring today's video. You guys, they have seriously changed the game for me on this postpartum weight loss journey, so thank you to 310. I will dive into that a little bit later in today's video, but I want to say really quickly that I am not a medical professional, I am not a nutritionist, I just am sharing my experience and what has worked for me on this weight loss journey. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the first thing I do every morning is I drink a tall glass of water. Sometimes I add lemon, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm feeling that day. And this really just jumpstarts my metabolism and starts my day off on a good note. It gives me a really nice cleanse first thing in the morning, and it gives me energy to start my day. So once I have my water and I take care of my sweet girl, I nurse her and pump if I need to, then I immediately go on a morning run. So I have been doing this for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I haven't been going every single morning. I typically go, I would say, 3 to 5 mornings a week, and I have been running anywhere from 1.5 miles to around 2 miles, and that is a run-walk mix. So I will run a little bit and then walk a little bit to bring my heart rate down. Then I will pick up running again to bring my heart rate back up, and then walk a little bit to bring it back down. And that interval training will actually help to burn calories, because when your heart rate comes down and levels out, it has to work hard again to get your heart rate back up. So your body is working harder and burning those calories each time that you start running again, which is really cool. And it helps because sometimes I just need a break and I need to walk. Especially when I first started, I was way out of shape. I mean, I didn't work out very often throughout my pregnancy because I was just so exhausted. So just starting that again, I wanted to start small. I didn't want to overdo it. Like I said, I've only been running for a couple of weeks now, and before that I was just going to the gym a few days a week, and now I am running and going to the gym. So as I have been getting stronger and my stamina has been building up, I'm able to do more. But at the beginning, I really didn't do a whole lot. I started very, very small. Right at 4 months postpartum, I honestly just started with a few exercises in my living room, and then I decided, hey, okay, I feel like I can go to the gym now. So that's when I got the gym membership, went a couple of days a week, and then I incorporated the running here just recently. And the running has really helped me to shed some pounds quickly. And the running has really made a big difference for me just in my overall health and wellness. I feel so much better on the days that I run, even better than when I just go to the gym. So if you have an area in your neighborhood where you can walk or go for a short jog in the morning, then I would say start with that, because it really just makes a big difference in your overall mood. I love doing it first thing in the morning as well, because I just get a rush of endorphins. So I feel happy, I feel great about starting my day, I have energy, and it just really is a wonderful thing to do first thing in the morning. So on the days where I'm not going for a run, I will sometimes go out on the back porch and just do some light stretching or a little bit of yoga out in my yoga space. So we have these gorgeous trees behind our house. It's just so peaceful out there in the mornings. The birds are chirping, the wind chimes sometimes are going. You can hear the hustle and bustle of people getting up and moving in the morning, which I think is peaceful because I have the nature as my scenery, but I can hear the liveliness going on around me as well, which is really nice. So I love being out there first thing in the morning, and so I will do that on the days that I don't go for my morning run. So once I'm done with my morning activity, whichever I choose to do that day, I will come back and I will drink my 310 shake. So 310 Nutrition, again, is sponsoring today's video, and I have been using their shakes for around 2 months now. So I wanted to try the product for an extended period of time to make sure that it actually worked and to make sure that I enjoyed it and that it made me feel good from the inside out. And honestly, you guys, it has. So I wanted to share it with you guys today because it has really worked wonders over these past couple of months. So this is what the shake looks like. This is the toasted coconut flavor, which it's so good. So for the first month, I used the chocolate flavor, which was really good too. But I had a little sample packet from their starter kit that was toasted coconut, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try this just to see, what the difference is, which flavor I like better. And you guys, it's so yummy. So this is a plant-based protein. It's actually a triplex blend. So it's made up of pea protein, rice protein, and hemp protein. And it's meant to be a meal replacement, but because I am a breastfeeding mama, I have not used it as a meal replacement. So for those of you who are not breastfeeding mamas, you could definitely use this as a meal replacement shake if you're just trying to lose some weight or just to feel healthier overall, or just to make sure that you're getting enough protein. But for me, I've been using it either as a morning snack or a midday snack. And recently I've been doing both to help increase my milk supply. So as soon as I come back from my run, I will drink a shake, and then about 30 minutes later I will have breakfast. For some reason, I just feel like this sits really well on my stomach, and if I have breakfast before and then I try to drink this, it feels a little bit too heavy for me. So I'm not a huge breakfast person anyway, but I know that it's super important. So I have found that what works for me is to drink the shake and then wait about 30 minutes and then have my breakfast. So for breakfast, sometimes I will have oatmeal, sometimes I will have egg whites with spinach and tomatoes and peppers and onions, which is so good. Chaz actually made me a breakfast bake a couple of weeks ago, and it had all of those things into like one casserole dish, and so it was pre-cooked. And then in the morning, all I had to do was put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it was ready to eat. And it was super easy and delicious, and I was getting all of those nutrients first thing in the morning. So going back to 310, I want to mention a few key things that really drew me to this company in particular. So their shakes are sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, egg-free, nut-free, and gluten-free. So this is perfect for vegetarians. If you are on the keto diet, this is perfect for you. They actually have a keto kit that you can order as well. And if you are sensitive to gluten, this is absolutely perfect for you. So it is a plant-based protein, which is perfect for me because I have been vegetarian, just recently turned pescatarian for probably 7 or 8 years. So this is a perfect fit for me. So I actually have a coupon code for you guys if you want to try this 310 nutrition shake. Right now their starter kit is 70% off if you use my link down in the description box. So you can get the entire starter kit for $39. So that is $85 in savings. You get to pick the flavor that you want. I'm sure they're all delicious. Everything that I've tried so far is absolutely delicious. I think next time I want to try vanilla chai just for something different, but the toasted coconut has been my personal favorite so far. But like I said, if you want to try this out, if you just want to try the starter kit to see if it's something that you enjoy, then check the link down in the description box, and the code will be included down there as well. So everything for this will be down in the description box if you're interested. So let's go ahead and dive into breastfeeding for just a few minutes. So like I said, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I had a recent drop in my milk supply. So it was really interesting because I have actually been taking this for, like I said, around 2 months. Well, once I started to see that I was just about where I wanted to be as far as losing the baby weight, I actually stopped taking this just because I wasn't really focused on trying to lose that baby weight as often. And so I kind of got just really lax about things, which I shouldn't have, because it was interesting. At the same time, I also got my period. So anytime I'm on my period, my milk supply drops some, just a little bit, but it's never dropped that much. So I ended up going to see a lactation consultant, and she said, you know, maybe you're not getting enough calories because you're working out a lot more now, and you may not be taking in enough calories. As a breastfeeding mama, you're supposed to be taking in 500 extra calories a day, which I was like, ooh, I don't think I'm doing that. Now, this protein shake, let's see, for one protein shake, it is 90 calories. And then if you add in calories from whatever you're mixing it with, that can increase your calorie count as well. So for me, I personally mix mine with almond milk, which is really great for breastfeeding as well. And then I have also been adding in a teaspoon of brewer's yeast. So brewer's yeast is supposed to help increase your milk supply. So during that period of time where I wasn't taking this as frequently, my milk supply was down. Well, recently, over these past few days, I've actually been starting to have 2 of those a day and the brewer's yeast, and my milk supply has definitely started to go back up. So I found it really interesting. So my lactation consultant asked me specifically if I had been taking any protein shakes. And I told her, well, you know, I was. And then after I started to lose some of that baby weight, I just wasn't as consistent. And she said, make sure you're drinking your protein shakes and have 2 shakes a day. So I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe that will help. And sure enough, it has helped. So just a little side note, I know that is not what this markets at all. But again, from my personal experience, it not only has helped me to shed some of those pounds from my pregnancy, but it has also helped me with my breastfeeding. So I don't know, just a little quick tip. And again, I'm not using it as a meal replacement. I am using it in addition to all of the clean whole foods that I'm eating. So now I'm going to talk about some of the things that I have been eating. I know I shared a little bit about breakfast, but my focus really just throughout the day is to eat small, frequent meals to keep my metabolism up. That way my metabolism is working constantly throughout the day and it's just constantly digesting those small little meals or snack foods. So for a snack, I might have something like avocado toast because I am getting those really good healthy fats that I need. That helps to support breastfeeding, and up until just a couple of weeks ago, it has been absolutely fine. I have been having avocado toast forever. I love it. It's one of my favorite snacks. And then I absolutely love smoothies. And if you're looking for a protein smoothie that you can use your protein mix with, you can actually go onto 310's blog or their Facebook page and they have tons of recipes. So for example, one of the ones you can use with the toasted coconut is a cocoa nutty shake, and it's like a smoothie. You add a frozen banana and some cashews, and so again, you're getting those healthy fats. So I am getting those extra calories as well, but I'm still getting my protein and it makes me feel fuller longer. And even though I'm getting those extra calories, it doesn't make me feel heavy and full, almost lethargic, because what I have found is when I was trying to incorporate a lot of extra foods into my everyday diet, I started to feel just really lethargic and weighed down, and I didn't have as much energy. But when I switched to making the protein recipes and things like smoothies or shakes, I don't feel as weighed down. I still feel light and airy, I guess, but I'm still getting the calories that I need. For lunch, I will do something like quinoa lettuce wraps. Sometimes I just make a salad and have leftover salmon that we have and just top that on there. Sometimes I will have roasted veggies and rice and some meatless chicken. And then for dinners, we try to focus on veggies, of course, a protein, and a carb. Sweet potatoes are great carbs. Carbs are something that, as long as you're having a good complex carb, you're having the right carbs, they are really good for you. They give you energy, they make you feel full. Sweet potatoes are wonderful. They also give you a lot of fiber. We might have some asparagus or salmon, like I mentioned before. We have salmon quite a bit actually, and that is again great for breastfeeding. We love quinoa. We love doing something like burrito bowls where we have peppers and onions with some cilantro lime rice and salsa, corn. So most of our dinners include a lot of veggies. We try to stay away from processed foods as much as possible. Of course, we are human and we live in a world where processed foods are everywhere. So we do, of course, have those occasionally, I mean like pastas and things like that. But for example, the other night we had zucchini noodles. So instead of having pasta, we actually had zucchini and it was delicious. I mean, we loved it. We mixed it with Alfredo sauce and pesto, and we had cod with it, and it was so, so good. So yum. So just making a few simple changes can really make a big difference. Really quick, I also wanted to mention that breastfeeding actually burns up to 500 calories a day, which is why you need to get those extra calories. So personally, I wanted to increase my calories, but search for nutrient-rich and calorie-dense foods. So things that were still high in calories, but that didn't make me feel like I was eating a lot more. So one of the ways that I have been able to kind of stay on top of my fitness and overall health is using my Fitbit. So I just have a Fitbit Versa, and this has really helped me to keep track of my steps and my heart rate and just all kinds of things. But I haven't used it for calorie counting because for me, I feel like it hasn't been very accurate, and I'm still trying to figure everything out with breastfeeding. I just feel like it's not very accurate for a breastfeeding mama, and maybe I need to use it. I don't know. Maybe that will help me keep my milk supply up if I track that a little bit more. But up to this point, I honestly haven't. I have used my Fitbit for my exercising while I'm at the gym just to see like how far I'm running, or if my heart rate is in the fat burning zone. So that's typically what I use it for, as well as my steps. So my step goal that I have set for myself on my Fitbit is 8,000 steps a day. And I know that seems probably a little bit low to some people, but just starting out and getting back into the swing of things, I wanted to set a realistic goal for myself. And I feel like that is important in any weight loss journey, postpartum or not, because when we set manageable and realistic goals for ourselves, it makes us feel like we are accomplishing something, which motivates us to push even further. So what I have found is, because I've been running and going to the gym here and there, is I am actually getting up to around anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000 steps in each day. And my goal is 8,000. So anytime I'm above 8,000, I'm like, yay, I'm I made 8,000 steps. Oh my gosh, today I made 15,000 steps. So that just feels really good. If I were to set my goal at 15,000 steps and then only get, say, 12,000 that day, I would be like, oh, I didn't reach that goal. So just a quick tip, if you have some kind of fitness tracker, try to track how many steps you're taking each day, and it'll just show you how active you are. The more active, the better. And when I say steps, I mean, that could be, for me, I count shopping. I mean, that counts steps. Grocery shopping. If you're walking around the house, taking care of your kiddos or cleaning, that is all counted as activity. You're up and moving. So all of that will count towards your step goal. And then there are a few last things that I have been doing to really help just kind of get back into shape and feel good from the inside out. And one of those things is rest and relaxation. And I know that it sounds kind of silly, but honestly, when you are able to rest and relax and rejuvenate and help your body to heal after your workouts, I mean, those are changes that your body is going through. Your muscles need to recover. For me, that might include diffusing some essential oils, taking some natural calm, a magnesium supplement just to help calm me down. I have been drinking a lot of tea. Try to get those naps in if you can. I know that's easier said than done. And then of course, try to get as much sleep as you can at night. For us, we just recently sleep trained our little one. We used Taking Care of Babies, and you guys, it was a game changer for us, as you know. So ever since our little one has been sleeping through the night again, she sleeps 11 to 13 hours every night, and I have been getting so much more rest recently, and that has really helped a lot just with my overall mood. My energy levels are so much higher, so it gives me more motivation and energy to make better food choices, to work out, to cook or eat healthier, because when you're tired, when you're just so exhausted, it's hard to do those things. I get it. So the more rest that you can get, the better. Going along with this is to just be as happy as you can be. So do things that make you happy. When you are happy, your body releases endorphins, and that makes you feel better about yourself. Again, you make better food choices because you are feeling good and you are feeling just energized. And it's almost just a feeling of euphoria. You're not feeling anxious or depressed, because when we feel those, we just honestly don't feel like doing anything. And I felt that way for the first 3 months. I mean, up until that 4th month, I just didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like working out. I just didn't feel like it. I was so tired all the time. And I had it pretty easy. My newborn, she was easy peasy most of the time. And I was even exhausted. So that's why I think it's so important to just take that time to try not to do too much, but do maybe one thing. So maybe choose one of these. Maybe you want to just focus on taking your protein shake every day, or maybe you just want to focus on eating a healthy breakfast. Choose one thing. Let me know down in the comments below which of these things that I have mentioned today you would like to try. If you just had to pick one and just stick to that, which one of these would that be? Because it is hard to do all of these. These are things that I have really grown to be able to do all at the same time. So I did not do all of these things at the same time from the beginning. So please don't think that. I am not Superwoman. I am not Supermom at all. I went through the same struggles that many women go through, and I have slowly but surely developed kind of this routine to help me feel back to my pre-pregnancy self. So again, do things that make you happy. Release those endorphins. So that might mean reading a good book, maybe taking a walk, maybe by yourself, just to kind of get out and get some fresh air and do some thinking on your own. Get out in nature. I mean, that's why I love stepping out on our back porch just by myself in the mornings. We have all of those gorgeous trees behind our house, and the sun comes up right over them. The birds are singing in the morning, and it just makes me feel so good. I don't even know how to explain it. I just feel so peaceful and happy out there. Maybe that means spending time with family and friends and laughing. I mean, we just had family in town this past weekend, and we stayed up and played games and just laughed so much. And those good belly laughs that you need every once in a while, those are so important. Everyone needs those. So just find something that makes you happy and do that, because again, the happier you feel, the better you will feel about yourself yourself, and the more motivated you will be as well. So my last tip that I have, and this is honestly something that I did struggle with, but it is do not step on the scale every day. So when we're trying to lose weight, we're like, oh, did I lose a pound here? Did I lose a pound there? And honestly, that's not the healthiest way to go about it. It's not necessarily the number on the scale. It's about feeling good from the inside out and having the energy that we need to be productive and just to be the best version of ourselves. So you can start to see changes in other ways. So you might notice that you have more energy. You might notice that your skin and your hair is changing and looking better. During those first few months, my hair was falling out. It's not falling out anymore. And of course that has to do with hormones, but little things like that, I'm like, oh, I feel healthier. I'm noticing these changes. I started noticing that I was able to fit into some of my pre-pregnancy clothes. So you will notice those changes in other ways, and you don't need to necessarily step on the scale every day. So what I try to do is step on the scale maybe once a week and see if I lost a couple of pounds. And sometimes I did and sometimes I didn't. And it really fluctuated. And then once I started to be more on a routine, that's when I noticed that those numbers were starting to go down, but I wasn't really focused on that. I've really been focusing on, do I feel good? Do I feel strong? Am I happy? So again, those are the changes that I want to see, and then with that, you will probably notice that the pounds are coming off as well. So that is not the overall goal. The overall goal for this is to feel healthy, to feel strong, to have energy, and to be the best version of yourself from the inside out. So mentally happy and strong, physically happy and healthy, and just feeling really good. So that is how I was able to lose the baby weight, and just kind of my tips and tricks for how you might be able to as well. Again, please remember that you are beautiful. Girl, you need to rock those curves and be proud of your body. You just did something so incredibly amazing. Giving birth to a tiny human is no easy feat. So know that you are strong no matter what. The goal is to be healthy and happy, and I really wish the best for you. I hope you found some of these tips helpful. I love you guys, and I will see you mamas in my next video. Bye.